right, ladies and gentlemen, Samoan Droptoberfest rolls on. Main event time here. Blake Chadwick alongside Dan Ragu. Dan, welcome to Mineola. It has been a great first event for us here at the Mineola Rec Center as a team, as we have seen some wonderful action thus far. Ladies action, tag team action, a cruiserweight title battle royal, but now we see a former champion in the form of Irish Jack getting ready to take on the current champion, Ernest R. Alexander III, ERA, a man who's been running roughshod over WXW since debuting over a year ago. We are in for one hell of a main event.
Oh, we are absolutely in for something classic here tonight, Blake. This is not going to be any kind of match. This is going to be a fight. Irish Jack, a fighter. And you have somebody like ERA who will do anything to keep that gold around his waist.
As you see ERA on his way out here, accompanied to the ring by Raquel. And along with Raquel, they've been going up and down the coast, all around the state of Florida, partying, celebrating, VIP, the clubs, the beach, the cars, the bling. It's been all whatever ERA wants, pretty much, since he won that title.
ERA's parties about being the WXW heavyweight champion have been legendary. Guys have been in these clubs for weeks.
Now let's head to the ring.
Guys, save it for the bell.
Ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the WXW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, standing to my right, he is the challenger from South Boston by way of Dublin, Ireland, Irish Jack. And his opponent to my left, being accompanied to the ring by Raquel from Miami, Florida. He is the reigning, defending WXW Heavyweight Champion, your girlfriend's favorite wrestler, Ernest R. Alexander III, ERA.
So ERA defending that championship, Dan winning that title via cash-in back in July of this year. And Irish Jack, who we saw with D. Ramos and Sean Maluda in that fatal four-way back at our 7th anniversary show, now has a chance to do it on his own. Bell sounds, this one's underway. Main event time, Samoan Droptoberfest. Referee Ronnie Luchak assigning this contest. Irish Jack and ERA for all the months.
And no respect already starting off there as a slap to the face by ERA to Irish Jack.
As Jack trying to use that power and strength. In the early going, he's got the size advantage here, Dan. Ducks underneath the clothesline, off the ropes. One more time goes ERA, and a spinning back elbow takes down the champion.
Absolutely, and you know for a fact he's going to have to keep on him because ERA, since being champion, as he goes to the outside, ERA, since being champion, has done everything he can to keep that title.
ERA gets dumped to the arena floor here, of course. Pinfalls and submissions, DQs and countouts do apply in this one, unlike our hardcore title. So ERA can still hold on to that championship without getting pinned.
You know that's got to be a good idea in ERA's mind. He's got to be thinking, oh, I can get an easy night. He's not looking for the best technical matches. He doesn't care if he has the best match tonight. All he wants is that WXW heavyweight title.
As these men working their way around the outside of the ring, of course, Raquel lingering there on the arena floor. As there's an Irish whip, and ERA meets the ring post. Again, Dan, no padding or protection. The champion's face hits metal.
The wrestlers here in WXW are tough as nails. They will do anything they can to get a hold of gold. And to get a hold of WXW heavyweight gold, they will do anything they need.
And the South Boston brawler there, Irish Jack, removing the padding and protection from the outside. ERA's got to be careful here. As Raquel trying to put on the brakes, she's trying to stop him. And she's going to save her man, maybe not just his championship, but his career as well.
I mean, you gotta believe it. Raquel has been a huge thumb in the side of all, and she's definitely an instigator in a lot of her matches.
And not only does that opening, as Jack gets taken down, as Raquel provides the distraction, as not only does that prevent the suplex on the outside, but it gives ERA enough time to regroup and take control.
Absolutely, and that's all ERA needs, just that slither of an opening, and he will take it. You give him an inch, he will run a mile. I know, I've been known this man for a long, long time, Blake.
ERA considered slimy, sneaky, very crafty, and part of those reasons are why he is the WXW heavyweight champion.
Absolutely, he will do everything and anything. He does not care. He would spit on his own mother to get a hold of that title.
As this man, no care in the world except for his championship, as that slingshot leg drop from the inside out on the ring apron as Irish Jack writhing in pain.
You see him put his own body on the line there. That just goes to further prove how much he cares about that WXW championship.
As Ronnie Luchak making the count, and ERA trying to say go faster, as ERA just wants to get out of here with his title.
You can see the concern on ERA's face there. He is worried this might not be ending soon, and only pissing off Irish Jack more.
Jack climbing back to his feet, trying to pull himself into the ring.
As you see him work there, he is staying on his man. A smart strategy. Maybe not going to get him some friends in the back, but it's definitely a smart strategy to keep that title.
Absolutely, as ERA now choking away on Irish Jack. Referee counts away, but he's going to break at 3. Of course, he has 5 seconds to break, and even if he doesn't break at 5 seconds, Dan, he might lose the match, but that title will not leave his waist.
Absolutely, that's something you got to think about. Wondering exactly what he's going to do. What is up his sleeve? As you keep an eye on Raquel around ringside, she could definitely be a deciding factor tonight.
As there's a 2.5 right there. ERA, first pinfall of the matchup, as he's driving that knee right to the neck of Irish Jack, draped over that middle rope rather. And you see Raquel, she takes a free swing at him. As we've just started to see Raquel enter active competition, so she's been even more aggressive as of late, as she's been in the ring training with ERA, in addition to just walking him to ringside.
Absolutely, I mean, she's always been a huge distraction and a huge one. You have to keep your eyes on the back of your head, not only for ERA, who's already dangerous in his own right, but for somebody like Raquel being around ringside, that's absolutely impossible.
An Irish whip! And Jack moves out, or rather ERA moves out of the way on that splash. ERA's up top, moonsault press from the top. He goes for the cover, 1, 2, and 2 and 7/8. I thought he was gonna do it, Dan. That moonsault nearly took out the South Boston Bronx.
All of the years I have known ERA, I can tell you right now, this is probably the most focused I have ever seen him. He is in a whole new, just a whole new person almost, as far as what he's been doing to keep that WXW heavyweight champion.
As referee Ronnie Luchak checking in once again, ERA applying that rear chin lock. Dan, you got to be careful there. Are those fingers going to lock? And is it going to become a chokehold without the referee even realizing?
It could very well. That could definitely take out the win of Irish Jack early on in this one.
As Irish Jack looking to regain that WXW heavyweight championship. Ducks underneath the clothesline, does ERA. And he jumps up again, and the size advantage and the strength advantage and the intensity advantage all lies with Irish Jack, but when it comes to brains in this one, it's got to stay with the chain.
Absolutely, he knows just what he needs to do. You got to believe that since this matchup has been announced, since this matchup went into action, ERA has been studying Irish Jack, watching old matches, finding his weaknesses and knowing when to exploit them.
And again, Dan, remember at our 7th anniversary show, these two men, along with D. Ramos and Sean Maluda, involved in that matchup. Irish Jack feels that he did not get a fair crack at the champ. Ricky Santana and the rest of WXW management felt tonight was the night. So let's see if Irish Jack can put an end to the reign of ERA.
We're getting closer and closer to the end of the year now. ERA would love nothing more than to walk out of this calendar year, your WXW heavyweight champion. You gotta believe the parties would go insane. I've seen the parties already. They're already insane. I can't imagine what would happen from there.
As ERA still trying to get back to his feet. Both men are down here, Dan. Each trying to get back to a vertical base. The WXW Heavyweight Championship hanging in the balance here. It is the main event at Samoan Droptoberfest. What a way to kick off our 8th year down here in Florida.
Absolutely.
As ERA is up, Irish Jack's gonna put on the brakes. And Irish Jack trying to make a comeback here.
ERA coming right back live. He is not staying down.
Delivering these right hands. There's an Irish whip. Jack puts his head down. High elevation with the big back body drop, sending the champion crashing to the mat. He rolls him over, hooks the outside leg, 1, 2, and a 2.5 for Irish Jack.
See, Irish Jack's on fire right now.
As there's the clothesline. Let's see if this can do it. 1, 2, and another 2.5 as Irish Jack try to lay it all out at the ring tonight, giving it 110% because he does not want to leave Mineola without 10 pounds of gold around his waist.
I mean, what is it going to take to keep down ERA? You got to wonder, Irish Jack is probably contemplating everything he has to do to keep him down.
Hooks the leg, 2, and a near fall. As Jack's measuring him up here, ERA's back to his feet. He might think he's back at South Beach. Discus clothesline. ERA kicks him in the midsection. ERA and a twisting spit out suplex. 1, 2, and another near fall as ERA looks in shock, Dan, if that didn't close it out.
Absolutely, you got to believe he has taken so many men down with that move. So for him to not go and capitalize on it with a 3 count, he has got to be completely perplexed right now.
As ERA puts Jack fireman scary position, Jack slips behind him, picks him up, and there's a spine buster. Could this do it, Dan? Are we gonna have a new champion? 2, and ERA finds a way to hang on by the skin of his teeth.
Barely making it here. And the frustration has got to be setting in here for Irish Jack here. He has seen multiple near falls here. He has got to be wondering what it's going to take.
As you got to look at these two guys as having a very evenly matched contest. But Dan, we saw her earlier on. She hasn't really made any noise over the last 5, 6, 7 minutes. But when does Raquel see this thing slipping away and trying to keep the belt around ERA's waist?
You got to believe that's in her mind. She's watching this. She'll do anything for her man. It might not be a reciprocated relationship, but Raquel will do anything for ERA to keep that title around his waist.
Jack going for the superplex here. Dangerous move, Dan. There's the head, but oh! And Irish Jack gets dropped throat first on that top rope, but ERA in the process gets tripped up as he's hanging there. It looks like both men are injured.
You gotta think this is whoever gets the momentum next, this match could shift completely in their favor.
Neither man is leaving Mineola tonight 100%, that's for sure.
Leaving it all in the ring for this heavyweight championship opportunity.
As ERA looks again to be pretty much out of it here. Irish Jack, he's got him. Could he nail this superplex? Dan, if he hits it, it could be over. There it is! A superplex from Irish Jack.
But it took so much out of him, he couldn't get a pinfall right away.
Is he gonna go for the cover? And again, he can't go for the cover, he's too knocked out. Dan, both men are down here. Who's gonna be able to capitalize on this?
It's anybody's ball game at this point. Usually you see one person staying on side and on the momentum. This is anybody's match.
Raquel shouting words of encouragement to her man. The Irish whip from Jack. Goes for the discus forearm. ERA slips underneath. He grabs his boot. Jack picks him up here. ERA slips behind. ERA's got him. Oh, and Jack moves out of the way. And it looks like ERA might have hit himself on that top rope.
Oh!
He blocks her.
Oh!
Jack saw it coming.
No, Raquel, you are not involved tonight. Wait a minute.
Oh no! He's got him up, and there's the third strike. He nails the third strike. That could do it. 1, 2.
As I believe the referee saw the rope break.
As Raquel.
The referee What?
He's disqualified. It looks like referee Ronnie Luchak is calling for a disqualification.
Calling for the bell for sure. Yeah, he's just said it out loud, disqualified.
So it looks like Irish Jack's gonna win this match, but obviously being a DQ, he's not gonna lose the title, is he already?
I gotta believe he's alright.
As Chris Russo, our guest ring announcer for the main event, he's out here to get the word.
Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has ruled this match.
Oh wait, Raquel has just slapped her man.
You're alright, getting his hands on. You would think he'd be okay with this decision, but it's not really that great. As Raquel using it as a shield of some sort. Irish Jack, upstanding citizen.
Now why should Irish Jack be trusting Raquel? Oh, and exactly why.
This is not even fair. He was trying to help him. I'm a fan of ERA. I gotta believe it. This is disgusting.
As there's the low blow, you see the smirk on their two faces.
This is absolutely
And now they're putting the boots to them.
They're happy about this, Blake. They're actually smiling as they used him and they abused his trust.
As Raquel and ERA stomp in a mud hole here in the Irish Jack.
As Raquel.
As she's got a steel chair. Wait a minute.
Well,
There's D. Ramos. D. Ramos has that chair, and he says, not on my watch.
somebody's finally helping out, as this is a horrible.
And Ramos going right after ERA.
Run, ERA, run, man.
And he's going to be in hot pursuit of the champion.
If he gets a hold of him, that's all she wrote. As he goes and chases him out of the ring.
As ERA hightails it out of here, D. Ramos makes the save. And Dan, the story of this match, Irish Jack picks up the win, but the title does not change hands as ERA is disqualified.
And then after the match,
and he'll somehow escape Samoan Droptoberfest, still the heavyweight champion.
After the match, of course, disgusting display.
Let's see what's going on here. As D. Ramos and Irish Jack staring each other down.
They were in the same match before.
So D. Ramos saying he just did not want to see that go down with ERA and Raquel. But there is certainly no love lost between D. Ramos and Irish Jack. So the official match decision, Irish Jack wins by DQ. ERA still your WXW champion. A great night here in Mineola for Samoan Droptoberfest. Jackson Blade knocking off the Malaysian Destroyer. He now has big time titles in his sights. Wildman Robbie Rojas still the TV champion. Trying to get an update on Dynamite DD as it relates to her, the women's title, and JBD. We do know there's a new Cruiserweight champion, and it's once again Ace Radic. The Prophecy still your tag champs. Jarrell Ganzi, the Outcast, your brand new hardcore champion. And ERA once again slips by. Still WXW heavyweight champion. So Dan, what a great night here again at Samoan Droptoberfest. We will be back here in this building, the Samoan Cup Tag Team Tournament, Saturday night, November 21st. We'll be in Leesburg in 2 weeks. A lot of great action coming up for WXW.
Absolutely, I can't wait. Check out all the social media to find out any new news coming from pregnancy WXW. I can't wait.
So on behalf of our guest ring announcer for the main event, Chris Russo, my broadcast colleague Dan Ragu, I'm Blake Chadwick. Thank you for joining us once again here at WXW Samoan Droptoberfest.